Hi, my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing The Bikeriders, directed by Jeff Nichols and starring Jodie Comer, Austin Butler, and Tom Hardy. So it's 1965, and biker Johnny, played by Tom Hardy, decides he wants to start a biker club to ride bikes, fight bikers, and drink themselves silly. Usually in that order. Christening this gang Vandals, Johnny is joined by the tough yet soft-spoken Benny, played by Austin Butler, and his wife Kathy, played by Jodie Comer, who is equal parts fascinated and disgusted by biker culture. As the years go on, the club gets bigger, the fights get more serious, and Benny is forced to choose between the love of his life, who will fight for him at every turn, and his wife Kathy. The performances are well done, even if some of the characters do feel like egregiously underdeveloped in nature. Austin Butler, he does a solid job as Benny, a wild-riding biker whose only cares in the world are biking, Johnny, and his wife. Again, in that order. Tom Hardy doing his best Marlon Brando impression, and the film even kind of acknowledges as such. He is solid as the brutal yet intelligent leader Johnny, and Jodie Comer doing a brilliant accent. She is pretty good as Kathy. Like I said, she's equal parts repulsed yet somehow morbidly curious about biker culture. So she kind of talks like this with a little slight Eastern accent. I don't know. Again, really good work from her, proving that the Brits can do American accents, but the Americans can't do a British accent. And so, however, so outside of Jodie Comer's Kathy character, all the other wives of the biker gang they are so little characterization. Each wife is painted such a broad stroke that they practically have to rely on their costumes for personality to compensate. And then there's Toby Wallace as the kid, and so he's supposed to be an up-and-coming gang member, and so, well, again, if he were just an underdeveloped character, that'd be fine, but this underdeveloped character, without getting into too much spoilers, he has a very big impact on the story, and I don't know, he almost undermines the resonance of it. Again, thankfully, the rest of the story is still good, but still, it came perilously too close for my taste to ruining the story a bit. So the writing is solid, if a tad stretched out at times. Like all the various gang members, their wives notwithstanding, they all get some pretty solid characterization to work with. Every character feels at least semi-distinct, and one character in particular, you feel bad when they die a bit, like about around the midpoint of the story. So again, that's not terrible, but again, these characters, they only add up to the sum of their parts. No more, no less. Like, again, this film was based on a book of the same name, and I'm guessing that said book featured profiles of multiple bikers, and it feels like they tried to spread themselves too thin because, like, again, like at one point, the film kind of relies on Kathy to give narration about each and every biker, and you can feel the film kind of stretching out its runtime a bit, especially near the end to try and close out all the plot threads involving the various characters. Again, they're not terrible. It just does weigh down the pacing a bit. And then there's the subplot involving the kid. Like I said, it's not very good, and it feels like a parasite in that it feeds off the main energy of the story to work rather than being a crucial part of the story that works in and of its own self. Again, like I said, it thankfully doesn't ruin the story, but it could have definitely been better developed. Thankfully, the rest of the cast is so well acted, they compensate for the rest of the movie's flaws. So the cinematography, it's pretty solid. It does a really, especially during the biking sequences when there are like dozens of riders on the screen at any given time. And the film does a really good job of seamlessly hiding the actual actors riding the motorcycles and the stunt drivers. Like there was never a moment where I was like, oh, okay, that is not, insert actor there on the motorcycle. That's a stunt guy but no, the film did a decent job with them. I was never taken out of the story, so congrats there. So, as easygoing as its main protagonist, the Bikeriders benefits from period detail and a charismatic ensemble cast. So, with all that in mind, I will be giving the Bikeriders 3.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And for today's comment section prompt of the day, what is your favorite movie about bikers and why?